It says you're live. Oh, that's debatable. What can I tell you? Let's see if this works. Uh-oh. Okay. All the chat things are supposed to be working. We'll have to wait and see what happens here. Anyhow, good morning. What have we talked about so far today? We talked about Trump's losing his mind. We all know that. But is it real or is it Memorex? You know what I'm saying? Remember that commercial? Well, this is what's going on now. Is it AI or is it Trump? Do we know? I don't know. I don't really care. I don't think it can be AI because AI is would be an oxymoron if it was Trump because it says AI is artificial intelligence and there is no intelligence inside that mini brain of his. There's greed, there's lust, there's desires, but there's very little what you and I would consider intelligence. You know, the water bankruptcy issue, which is that's a kind of a weird way of putting it, but it's what it says is we're right. We pretty much some places have run out of water. Water sources have dried up, and they're not replenishable. So people say, well, they found water on Mars. Yeah, and it'll take us a few thousand years. It'll take us a couple hundred years to go up there and pump it dry too, and then that's just to be a shriveled up rock. This is we don't have to worry about what's going on. The next big battle isn't going to be for Greenland or something like that. It's going to be for water, or gas, or oil, or land, or something. It's not going to. It's going to be for survival. Is your group of people? Are you going to, as a group of people, your friends, your family, whatnot? Are you going to survive, and how you go about doing that? That's what's coming up now. You know. I'm too far gone to worry about it. Most of my family is all right. I'm sure they'll figure something out. Once they get the idea that money's not going to solve the problem, it's going to help solve the problem, but it depends how that money's used. You know, whether it solves the problem or just exacerbates it. Hey, that's a big word. Did you hear that? I used a big word, folks. Nobody's listening to me now. Here's a big word. Nobody listens to me. All right. People are saying Trump's not capable of tying his own shoes. The people surrounding Trump are capable of anything and everything. You've got these people like Hegseth. Do you think he's listening to Trump? He doesn't even talk to Trump before he does something. He talks to Stephen Miller or to somebody or to whoever his personal guru is. Come on, people. These people are all in it for serious money. You know, the women that are in his cabinet need to be gone. They're, not because they're stupid, just because they're so corrupt that they make the men look bad. And the men are bad enough without somebody trying to make it worse. Gee whiz, man. I got a big issue coming up tomorrow. I'm going to talk about death. We'll get to that tomorrow, but just think about that. Think about death, all that means. What does it really mean? And we'll discuss that issue tomorrow. So I can see everybody saying, oh shit, I ain't going to watch that. Who knows, Who knows if I'll be here tomorrow? That's the unpredictability of life. That's what everybody should focus on. Is that the unpredictability of life? That's what makes it so interesting. You never know what's going to happen tomorrow. Are you going to be here or not? You don't know. There's no guarantees. There's no something written that says you have until August 13th, 2050, and then that's it. You're done. All right. I thought I was done a long, long time ago. I broke 7 ribs in an accident. Uh, Put glass in my eye in the same accident. Spent 11 days in the hospital learning how to breathe again. Same accident. I'm still here. I was in my 30s when I did that. Man, I went into my 40s and married the wrong woman and tried to drink myself to death. Still here. Got to 50. 50 was kind of neutral. I didn't know what I was going to do, if I was going to get there or not. I was worried about being 60 because that's the end. So I partied a lot in the 50s, chased women, got laid a lot. Did all those crazy things that guys do, And then I turned 60 and I said, first thing I did is I looked around at the job I had, which was a bartender, and I said to myself, there aren't a lot of 60-year-old bartenders making money and having fun, you know? Not married, I don't have any kids, and I'm broke. Something wrong here. So I started my own business, made enough money to come down. I met my wife, we got married. Uh, it's been pretty good most of the time, you know? A lot of things about moving to Colombia that I liked, and there's a lot of things I didn't like. Fishing was my great hobby. I was told there's plenty of places to go fishing in Colombia. No, they're not, unless you want to carry a gun. Most of the areas where there's that kind of water are controlled by somebody else, and you take your life in your hands getting there. So I haven't been fishing in 20 years, which really upsets me. I can't tell you how much that bothers me when I think about it. So I just stopped thinking about it and go on to something else. Trying to learn things, you know. I don't know about you, but I'm 80 now and I'm still trying to learn something. Learn how to do a certain kind of carving and see if I can still make my hands work properly and all that. See, this is the way my hands move in real life. That's they're a little slower on the camera. That's just the resolution or something I'm using. I don't know. The camera I'm using. Who knows about that stuff? But anyhow, we're going to have some serious problems. You ever watch, I keep using movie references because they predict the future to a certain degree. Rollerball, I believe, is going to happen where the world divides itself up into groups governed by the United States, Russia, China. You have Asia, you have Africa. I don't know who's going to get Africa. I don't know anybody that really wants it that bad. Africa is going to be probably the agricultural capital of the new world. But you have the Christian right, Trump's people saying, well, you have to have more babies. Now, that's great. You figure out how you're going to feed them. Okay? Where are you getting the land that they're going to live on? Where are you getting the oxygen they're going to breathe? Where are you getting the water, which right now we don't have water to give to people. So I don't know. It would appear that the planet's on its last legs. This generation and the generation behind me probably don't have to worry about that happening in their early lives, but it's something that they're going to have to think about as they get older. You know, I got older. I think about it once in a while. That's just life. Doing some surgery on my hand. Hope it's not making you scared. But you get these spots, they're blood blisters. And if you don't pop them, they turn into this big brown spots. and they're harder to get rid of. Okay, I've disgusted you. Now you go, hey, what the fuck is he talking death? He's talking this. What the fuck is wrong with him? A lot. 80 years of the bullshit that's going on around me. Never understanding the problems that I had that prevented me from doing things that I wanted to do. Never understanding them. Never having them properly defined. Psychological ones, the physical ones, you know. Why couldn't I learn certain things? Because I wasn't interested in them. And that's uh, deals with the IQ. So they give you more advanced stuff. And I'm not interested in it. It's too hard. I'm looking for the easy way all the time. That was my problem. And here I am, 80 years old, and finally realizing that. You know, and that's a little late in life to realize that. It prevented me from being more successful than I was. Was I well liked? Some people liked, some people didn't. That's the nature of the world, you know. So anyhow, well, Lucy left me. Now you see that? She came in to say hello, and I didn't talk to her, and she left. She gets bored. She moves back and forth all day long. Whether I'm, it depend, doesn't make any difference what room I'm in. She'll go back and forth. She has a problem getting comfortable. The heat does that to her. You know? Sometimes all she needs to do is take a good crap and then she's fine. But, you know. All right, listen up. Getting bored already. I don't know what else to talk about. Trump's in Sweden talking of, and he's already embarrassed himself. I forgot what country he was talking about. He started talking about Iceland, and it's really Greenland. Greenland he's talking about. He doesn't know the political structure over there. And the Europeans are looking at him saying, he can't be that stupid. This has got to be an act. And I'm looking at it and saying, he is that stupid, folks. That's not an act. That's just the way he is. Dumber than dog shit. So there you have it, people. All right. What's next, world? Does anybody have an idea what's next? I don't. So I got nobody listening to me today. That's all right. You know? But there's no sense in me hanging around talking because then I'm talking to myself. And that's, you know, one step closer to me being completely insane. So I'm going to sign off now. I'll be back tomorrow, God willing, and the creek don't rise. And there is a creek next door that has come pretty close to coming over as Blunt Banks a couple of times. But they did some work to it, so I don't think it's going to happen anymore. See how I wander? I'm just a wandering soul, wandering through paradise. All right, listen, folks, catch you tomorrow. Find that subscribe button, hit it, comment. You can watch the live videos in my library, I think. I'm not sure how you get to access that. But if you can access my regular videos, you can probably access the live videos too. And you can watch them after they've been done. You know, I don't edit anything. I am what I am. If you don't like it, don't listen to me. All right. So let me get out of here quick. All right. And I'll talk to you people tomorrow. Hit that subscribe button.